All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to break down this really powerful strategy. It's designed to do just one thing, and it's a big one. Make your monthly bills disappear. Not just for a month, but forever.
So, let's just start with this idea for a second. Really think about it. What if your phone bill, your car payment, all those streaming services, what if they were just covered automatically every single month, and you didn't have to lift a finger? Look, this isn't some kind of fantasy. It's a real financial system that you can actually build for yourself. Okay, so before we can build that system, we've got to understand what we're up against. Let's call it the subscription trap.
You know, it really feels like the entire modern economy is built on this. That little monthly drip, drip, drip coming out of your bank account. That's a company's absolute dream. It's literally designed to be this slow, predictable drain on your wealth, turning you into a permanent ATM for them. But what if we could flip this whole thing on its head, right? What if you could flip the script and be the one collecting those monthly payments instead of paying them out?
All right, let's make this real. I'm not kidding. If you can, pause this for a sec and pull up your bank or credit card statement. Seriously, do it. Just scroll through and look for all those little charges, the ones under 20 bucks. How many do you see? Because those are our first targets.
All right, now for the good stuff. The secret weapon. This is the simple little formula that's going to give you the power to actually fight back. Okay, this right here is the heart of the whole strategy. We call it the Rule of 300. It's basically built on a classic financial idea called the 4% rule. You've probably heard of it. It says you can safely live off about 4% of your investments every year. We're just kind of flipping that around to work with a 4% dividend yield. Honestly, this is the only number you really need to tattoo on your brain. And the magic here is that we're going to start super small. Let's just say our target is $1 single a month. That's it. So you take that target and you multiply it by our magic number, 300.
And there's our goal, 300 bucks. That's it. That's the amount of capital you need to have invested to spit out that $1 every single month, passively forever. Okay, so let's see how this works with some real bills. That $15 a month Netflix subscription? Well, using the rule, you'd need a $4,500 investment portfolio to pay for that thing. What about your $40 gym membership? Yeah, that's going to take $12,000 to cover.
And I know exactly what you're thinking. $4,500 for Netflix? Are you crazy? But hang on, this completely reframes the whole idea. You're not just paying for Netflix. You are buying back your future. You're buying your freedom from that bill. And once that little portfolio is built, that bill is gone. Slain. Forever. All right, time to get started. Level 1. We're going to start by slaying those small, super annoying bills. This is all about building momentum and getting some quick wins. So first things first, you got to choose your weapon. On one hand, you've got high-yield investments. Think stuff like REITs, that's real estate funds, or special ETFs that are designed to pay out more cash right now. These are perfect for bill slaying. And then on the other hand, you've got your growth investments, like a plain old S&P 500 fund. Their main job is to grow your money bigger over the long haul. Now, for what we're doing here, for bill slaying, an asset like SCHD, which is a really popular high-dividend ETF, gives you more than double the cash right now compared to a broader fund like VOO. And what does that mean? Well, that higher yield means you need less money saved up to hit your goal. You get there faster. Simple as that. And this is where it gets really fun, because it creates this amazing psychological snowball. Okay, so you knock out your first bill. Let's say it's Spotify. Boom, you've just freed up $15 a month. Now here's the crucial part. You take that $15 and you reinvest it. So now you've got your normal investment amount plus an extra $15 a month, all working together to help you slay the next bill even faster. See how that works? So once you've crushed a few of those small bills and you're feeling that momentum, it is time to level up. Now we're going after the boss battles, your essential big-ticket expenses. So let's take our really common boss battle, a $500 a month car payment. We run that through our rule of 300, and yeah, that requires an investment portfolio of $150,000 to cover it. Forever. And a number like that, it just forces you to ask a really deep question. You stop thinking about a manageable monthly payment. You're now looking at the true cost, the amount of your capital, your freedom fund that's tied up just to have this thing. And you have to ask yourself, is that cart really worth $150,000 of my freedom? You know, this whole way of thinking totally redefines what it means to be wealthy. It's not about having some giant number, like millions of dollars, in the bank. It's about building a portfolio that's just big enough to generate the income you need to cover your specific lifestyle. It makes wealth a personal, achievable goal, not some far-off dream. So, what's the end game here? Why go through all this trouble to slay your bills? What's the final prize at the end of the quest? Well, I'll tell you this. It is something way more valuable than just money.
Look, the real goal isn't just about getting your expenses down to zero. It's about achieving total, complete autonomy, freedom. When your core survival bills, we're talking your housing, your food, the absolute basics, when those are covered by your investments, your entire relationship with work changes. It's no longer something you have to do. It becomes a choice.
And that leaves us with the final and maybe the most important question of all. Once your survival is locked in, guaranteed, once you've officially won the game, what are you going to do with the rest of your life? What new adventure are you going to choose?